Great, so I'm here with Peter Kitchen, Leyton Orient legend, of course. Peter, first I just wanted to ask you, how did you initially get in the Memorial Somme campaign?
Well, I first went to the Somme battlefields in 1980. I was playing for Fulham at the time. It was the pre-season, and a friend of mine who'd been going to the Somme battlefield for a few years asked me if I'd like to come along. So I went on the weekend. I was blown away by the whole area, the significance of what had happened. When I was at grammar school, I studied A-level English and history and studied all about the First World War, all about the World War I poets, Sassoon. And so when I actually got there and I could imagine what they'd been writing about, and everything fitted into place. So I had this great interest in it, bought a lot of books on the First World War and on the Somme. And then I got talking to Steve, who I knew in the supporters club, and he told me he was researching the story of the old Somme heroes. And then I got involved with Steve in writing the foreword for his book. So that's how I initially got involved in this.
Should you say there's quite a lot of personal resonance to you in the whole area of World War I history as well? Oh,
yeah, I mean, it never ceases to amaze me how moving the area is. And you know, I've since been to Ypres on several occasions. I've been to Verdun, which is the French equivalent of the Somme. It's one of those subjects that just really, you know, inspires my imagination, shall I say.
And how important is it that the story, it's such an interesting, quite significant story, is actually told to a wider audience locally in terms of school children and the local community?
Well, I think the example of the First World War, what happened, should never be forgotten. It's, you know, it's the carnage and the scale of it, and it shows you how these things can happen. But, you know, so taking the whole story and also the Oaths story is vital, because people, you know, it's something that people in the community can associate with. You know, Leyton Orient epitomises everything that's good in football to me. You know, it's not about big bucks and, you know, about celebrity. It is about the community, and I think Leyton Orient, you know, have got one of the best community schemes going.
And finally, kind of on a personal level, and as an ex-player of the club, what does it mean to you personally to be involved in a day like today?
Well, I've got a great affinity with this club. You know, I was very successful in my periods here, and I've got a lot of affinity with the fans. And so to see the story that Steve wrote, you know, he asked me to come on board as patron of the Old Somme Memorial Fund. We identified the site in France, and I had some contacts there. So I've been involved with Steve in actually getting the memorial built. You know, we've raised a lot of money, or Steve's done a lot of the work, and he's done, you know, lots of walks and sponsored walks, ideas on badges and different things. So, you know, he takes the lion's share of the credit, but it's nice to have been involved for me personally and to see what's been achieved, and the story just keeps gathering momentum. You know, the fact that we've got members of families who are descendants of the guys that lost their lives is incredible, you know, and I feel very proud to be associated with it, and I think it's a story of you know, what a football club and what camaraderie can do.
So a very special day all round then.
Very special, yeah, very much.